fancy intro music. Yeah! Woohoo!
Hey everybody, welcome back to today's video. It's Monday and there's a new update to the game that we just had an update. It feels like we just went through this, but here in this week, this is March 13th, the time I'm coming out with this video, and they have updated, buffed, improved the mess hall building, and well, it's my job to keep you informed of all the changes in the game. So yeah, we just got this building recently, but basically, Scopely has decided that you weren't getting enough value for it, as in it came in the game and it wasn't making a big enough impact and it wasn't really understood well enough, I guess. So we're going to kind of cover that in today's video. Now, we've already gone over the fact that your officer levels will account for how high you can take this building, regardless of ops. And actually talking to Scopely, they kind of shared where they expect players to be at. Like they gave like here's where we think players should be at level wise, and I think it's pretty fair. For example, they expected that if I was, an ops 44 or 46 player like I am now, that it'd be around, level 58, 59, the ops building that they expect you to reach, which is pretty dang close. I mean, especially if I actually go and upgrade all those officers that I need to update. But let's start talking about what it's going to do, and I'm going to start with the original buffs real quick, the officer stats. Now, I made these graphics on your screen just to make it easier for you to see them all at once. You can click, as you can see kind of in the background, you can click and see them in by just scrolling through, but I went by 10s. So at level 10 of the building, 10% was the old 20, 40, 60, 90, 130, but here are the new ones. Not as clean of a number. Some of your OCDs might be going a little haywire right now, but big numbers. And yes, if you would like, these graphics can be found in my Discord. I actually posted them in the tavern, and we'll also post them in the STFC general channels. But now you see level 10, which I'm already at 23%, and level 20, I'm already at 47%. So you're going from lower amount to bigger amount immediately, and that's a pretty big change to be jumping into already. That's a significant boost from just a free-to-play building that meaning you're going to be able to access and grow. And while yes, the growth will take time, and the higher level you are, the faster you can kind of grow it. I mean, it's something that if you sat at level 15, it's going to take you over, like over 2 years to max it out at level 99 if you had all the officers, which, by the way, it's not even possible. Like, you could be a super well in this game. You've dropped hundreds of thousands of dollars. The max you can go is level 88 because there's not enough officers to actually reach level 99s. This is a building designed to scale a little bit and grow with the game. So if you're out there going, you can't do it, well, neither can anybody else. So as you can see, scaling, we go 20, 47, 94, 142, 11, 304, 421. Why couldn't they just make it 420? For me, for my own aesthetic pleasing, why couldn't they make it 420? Anyway, going down and maxing out at 1100% bonus. Now, the drawback to this is that some of your old primes maybe don't feel as strong as they used to. For example, the prime officers. But the good thing is, this building is now something you want to invest in. And as you invest in, you're going to get more value from this building than you'd be getting from other things that, you'd be, let's say you did them in 2019, 2020, or even 21. Well, 2023 giving you a bigger impact when it comes to officer stats. Let's move over to the next one here. We're going to talk about the research speed adjustment, where here are your old metrics on the left side and the new ones on the right. Now, I think this one for me is one of the most important ones. You see 36, 72, 126, 180, significant jumps as we're going higher in level. And again, this is a free-to-play building, or it's something that you could choose to invest in now and spend some money to jack it up level-wise. But the tricky thing is, and I'm curious where everybody has leveled theirs so far, if you've invested in it, where your officers are at, you can only take it as high as your officers allow you to go. So for me, I could get, I think, to about 58, 55, depending on how I level my officers. I could probably get it to 60, which means I could get a 324% research speed bonus. That's pretty daggum nice, and it's something that we don't have a ton of research, giving that modifier already. So it's not, I've griped a lot about power creep. That's not really a huge power creep yet. This is a nice addition, the research speed bonus getting even more of a boost. You see, it used to max out at 375, but you're already passing that in the 60s, and there are a lot of players who qualify for the 60s based on their officer level. Next up on the list of improvements is, this is the big one. This one is probably the biggest one for players that are leveling. If you're in the 4-star or 5-star economy, this is going to be probably the value that you appreciate the most. It maxed out previously at 220, now maxing out at 350. And as you can see over there, it scales, just goes higher and higher as you invest further into the building, whether the free-to-play drip or investing in it monetarily. Either way, a significant jump. Now, I will say personally, like if I'm just making opinions here, I kind of wish that the component trit efficiency one, I wish it kind of had this one. Like I wish the officer boost one was the component trit. Imagine 1100%, man. That's, you're gonna get Rev all excited with his greenbacks there. But this is still another improvement that will affect so many players. And if you haven't reached 4-star or 5-star yet, let me just go ahead and tell you, you will love this part of the building. The component trit efficiency really helps it stand apart and gives it an extreme value because of the cost of ships. You know, we talk about upgrading these things. You know, I was upgrading on Twitch this weekend. I was taking my pylon. My pylon is now beautiful. Well, she was already beautiful, but she's even more beautiful than before because my pylon is now tier 5. But as you can imagine, I blew through a ton, and I mean a ton of titanium and everything, upgrading this and all the things that it costs. Anything that I can do to save is greatly appreciated. Anything I can do for repair costs is appreciated. Anything I can do for, you know, ores and crystal and gas, all of it is appreciated. So we value it. And then they decided to add a new buff to the building, a damage buff. And this one will max out at 1000%. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I actually think this has more value for the average player than it does a high level player. Because if you are a high level, the max you could take it is 88 anyway. That's not really going to feel as strong. But if you were, say, level 35 and you can have a level 40 building, you're going to notice this a lot more. Now, I do think the damage buff is good for everybody. I mean, bigger numbers and more numbers are always good, right? Right? But no matter where you're at in terms of your gameplay, this is going to increase the amount of damage you're creating out there in the field, and definitely going to be one of those things you want to upgrade this building every day. And we have a couple of those buildings in the game. You know, we talk about, you know, the nadions that we have to use to upgrade this building right here. We'll wash it out real quick. The armory with the hull bonus and the shield bonus and the mitt bonus. Well, that's ops lock though. And you got to get to ops 60 to get a 480, 480, 480. Instead of having to do all that, all you got to do to get equal is right around 75. And I think that's pretty dope because it's not ops locked. And I've told you before that regardless of what they do with the percentage of this building, I absolutely love the idea that it is not ops locked, that it is set to where you, if you're level 25, if you want to sit on this and just grow, you will be ridiculously strong for a 25. As in, if you hit level 60 and you have a 276% damage bonus as a level 25 on your Vidar, that's pretty significant. So definitely encouraging players to invest in officers and make sure your officers are going the direction that they need to go. Overall, as we back out here, you'll see that the mess hall has increased dramatically in value. The previous numbers getting a huge boost, you know, 1.5, 2-time type multipliers, and then also getting a new bonus added to it in the damage bonus section. And I think that as you look through this as a whole, you're going to see, one, everybody likes to see their ships get stronger, right? My item almost 21 million, and then as soon as I do a couple of updates, it's going to get there. Because as you can see, Rev's been hard at work lately. I'm out of Latinum. I've got my pylon tier 5. I just scrapped another Max Stella. I'm putting in the work, and this building is going to help me get to that next level and help me have my officers where they need to be on all my accounts, because I love that it's a free-to-play drip and I can just sit there and upgrade it at my own leisure. I'll even say this, man, it's got more of an impact than the Fleet Commanders building. I'm not saying I don't like Fleet Commanders, but look, 26% bonus at level 21. And then come over here, I'm already at a 21%, or I'm already at 23% bonus here at level 10, and I don't have an ops lock there. So definite value for you to look at and invest in. I'm curious to see what you think about down below. Do you like bigger numbers? Do you like more numbers? Are you worried about it? Are you happy about it? Let me know what you think. All you gotta do is comment right down this video. And hopefully you're happy about this Monday edition, because more's better, right? We like things. Things are good. Got a thing today. Also, Treasury is out today. Yay, Treasury. There's Hugh, 5 of 11, 6. You got 3 epics in there. If you're one of those free-to-play players who's got that $5 battle pass, that $5 Treasury, definitely a $5 worth spending. That's some good shards. And then I'm really curious how long it takes them to fix this. I haven't told them about it. Yes, they probably have already heard about it, but I'm not telling them. The rewards are flipped, so enjoy. Live long and prosper. Stay safe, other space cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch y'all on the next video. Love you. I'm out.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.